Could my 2022 Wildtrak Bronco be one of the rarest option Broncos in existence? Today, we're going to find out why. Pretty bold claim, I know. Well, Paul, it looks just like any other eruption green Bronco. What makes yours so special? Aha. I'm going to get into that. But for now, let me give you a little background. I'm an original reservation holder from July of 2020. Had to change my order in 2022 like everybody else because they hadn't been built. But before that, I'd gone to the Bronco off-rodeo in Moab, which, by the way, I suggest anybody that is looking to buy a Bronco or has one, go take advantage of this. For me, it was so cool. The features of this thing and the capability of these Broncos is so vast. I don't know how anybody can learn it all without going to one of these and actually experiencing the different modes and what these things can do. Plus, it was just a blast. Especially Moab. Being from the East Coast, going out to Moab, it was like an alien landscape to me. It was super fun, super scary, and very informative. So after coming out of that, they'd shoved me in a four-door Wildtrak. I was like, I got to have a Wildtrak. So I called my salesman and said, hey, we're changing to a Wildtrak. Give me everything you got. I got to have the 360 camera, loaded up, everything. I started looking for backdoor ways to track my Broncos so I can get more information. And during the frequently asked questions section of the Ford website, I tripped on this little note talking about an offer for Wildtrak order holders of the HOSS 3.0 suspension upgrade. So I was like, well, what is this? Well, at the same time, I was hearing about tie rod ends breaking and steering box housings cracking, people complaining about how weak these tie rod ends were. And so I looked into the HOSS 3.0 suspension and saw that it was designed to address some of these issues. So I immediately contacted my salesman and I said, hey, look, I just read this in the frequently asked questions, and if I don't have a build date by the 7th, I want you to add that to my build. He didn't know what I was talking about, of course, so I had to school him on it. So we immediately got that resolved. They stuck to the deal. So then I got a build date. It got pushed back once. Then I got another build date, and it finally showed up. I've had it for about 2 weeks. I've got about 100 miles on it, and it drives like a dream. Much smoother than the four-door Wildtrak I drove in Moab. I haven't been off-road with it yet. I just haven't had the time. I've been super busy with work. I'll get there sooner or later. But at least on the road, it seems to be driving really well. Now, let's get to the crux of the biscuit. What is the HOSS 3.0? It's a suspension package, it's not an engine. Let's get that clear. It starts out with the upgrade of the shocks. The shocks are a 2.5-inch aluminum body Fox shock that's rebuildable and has 5 dampening positions, from what I understand. If I'm incorrect in this information, anyone watching this that knows better, please correct me and let me know. The second thing is, which is built, which really got me, was they took the steering rack from the Raptor bin, the Bronco Raptor bin, and put it in this HOSS 3.0 package, which made me feel a lot better. And it should make anybody else feel better that's looking to put bigger rubber on their Bronco, because this thing is designed to handle that kind of stuff better than the regular rack. Up next is the addition of the Ford Performance upgraded heavier duty tie rod ends, which is a welcome addition with the what we've been hearing about, some of these tie rod ends breaking in certain applications. Though from what I understand, it's mostly on vehicles that have been lifted and not factory, say Sasquatch, but it's a great addition anyways. Both the 4-door and the 2-door also come with a rear stabilizer bar. It's a pretty beefy bar. I think that's a great addition as well. Added a little more stability in the back. This package also comes with a powder-coated steel front bumper that has integrated tow hooks in it, which looks really great, I think. The back bumper on mine still is a plastic-coated one, so we'll look at changing that down the road. And it also comes with a unique steel bash plate on the front that's a little bit different than the other models that are out there. So this rounds up the package. let's get to my original contention. Why does my Bronco qualify to be one of the rarest around? Well, let's run down why. First off, the way Ford rolled this option out was very unknown, at least to me. My dealer and a lot of dealers had no idea what was going on. It took the customers to educate the dealers in most cases to even get this to transpire without triggering the loss of price protection or getting you put back in line, or your orders even canceled or taken by the dealer, whatever may happen. So of the people that pushed it through, we got to look at the build numbers. How many Wildtraks versus the other trim lines are being built? It's only one of 5-6 trim levels that are being built. Of those Wildtrak order holders that qualified, how many took advantage of this? Seems to me it would be less than the ones that didn't. Secondly, of the ones that actually did, how many were 4-door and how many were 2-door? Now we know traditionally so far, 2-doors have been produced maybe less by a factor of 4 to 1, I think is what it is. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me. So it stands to reason that the majority of Wildtraks, 2022 model year Wildtraks that were produced as of March and to where the end of the 2022 year model year production is going to happen, the majority are going to be 4-doors. That means the 2-doors are going to be less. So, having said that, this is my reasoning as to why the 2-door Wildtrak with the HOSS 3.0 is going to be the unicorn of the 2022 model year. I think even more rare than the first edition, because they made, I don't know how many first editions, but I guarantee they made less of the HOSS 3.0 equipped Wildtraks in 2022. So there's my reasoning. That's my contention. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. And if you're one of those people going, what the hell is that sitting behind Paul? Well, that's my 1970 Challenger Elephant build. That is not a Hellcat. That is a Elephant motor. If you know what it is, you know what it is. Like and subscribe. I've got more videos on this build coming out. There's some out there already. I'll put more on my Bronco as I get them done. But get out there and enjoy your Bronco. Let me know what you're doing to them. And give me some information down here on some of the statistics that I may be wrong about or don't know about or can always learn more about. Thanks for watching. Take care.